or simply communing with oneself. Communing with oneself alone. You know, I can't say I feel happy, but I do feel a little bit content. So, I read the book A Path to Rome by Hilaire Belloc. Belloc was a liberal politician at the time. He has German ancestry, and I believed he served a bit of time with the German army on the Rhine, but he was very much a British man. And when he walked down the Rhine, to break off over the Alps and into Italy and eventually to Rome, he always talked about bearing a quart with him. And so for the first time, I'm going to do exactly what he would do. He'd buy some local wine off the Rhine Valley, and he would carry it with him, and then every now and then take a sip, you know, a sort of sugary drink to keep the spirits high. And so I'm going to do the same thing today. I've got a half bottle and like a flask, I suppose. I'm going to carry this quart. It's not a quart, you know, let's pretend it's a quart, and enjoy the lovely Norman countryside. Now, where am I headed? I am headed towards Suisse Normande, the part of Normandy that people refer to as being like Switzerland, because it's rolling hills and beautiful countryside and whatnot. And so I'm going to Juaye-Mondaye today, and then after that I've going to join up with the river. I think it's called the Rhône or the Onde, and I'm going to take that upstream, and eventually I'm going to arrive deep into Normandy, Basse Normandie. So on I go. Let's open this up. It's quite nice. Obviously it's not mature, but it's fruity, and, you know, tasting notes might be blackberry, blackcurrant, but it has a lightness to it, which is not overbearing. The tannins are very light. So good choice, I think. What's it called? Baron de l'Estac, Bordeaux, élevé en fût de chêne. So it's that means it was put in oak barrels. It says élevé, which is interesting because it says that's like to bring up, to elevate, to bring up this wine like a child. I mean, wine is as important as children, so I agree. I concur. Je suis d'accord. Alright. Bonne continuation. Strange day today, just slowly going along. It's funny, time passes by, day passes by, another day, and I feel myself slipping into a slight complacency, a getting used to the situation. That's how I feel anyway. One day it will end, and I'll look back, and the only thing that will remain will be the fond memories and the sure statement that says, I did that. How funny. How curious. Very friendly. Hey. Trop de mouches, oui. Elles sont en oignon. Good thing the horse over there got up. I thought he was dead. He was lying on his side. I've got to go. Oh no, you're breathing on me. Exhaling. Logies you got. Right, have to go, old chap. Have to go. You notice this path here? You can tell how old they are by the banks. And they're just beautiful, the moss growing over them. You wonder what these buildings were. Perhaps they were mills. You know, there's a river here, so, and they've got quite thick walls, so maybe there were works, you know, medieval works where something was made here. I've seen them before in the south of France, you know, by river streams, these abandoned buildings, and the one I saw in the south of France was brickworks. They made bricks, and so, you know, potentially that thing over there could be, and there could be a brickwork. I don't know. There's all these mysteries you find in the woods. You know, I ummed and I ahed. Like, should I stop here? You know, I could keep going for another half an hour, get closer to the village for the morning. But in all honesty, you know, it's sort of the right time. And I just said, let's stop for the day. Let's just stop. Gives me plenty of time to put up the basher, enjoy the sunset. But gosh, isn't it gorgeous? And I don't know what this is. Is this hawthorn? But it's all coming out. It's gorgeous. You know, this is what it's all about. Just simply walking, thinking, observing, you know, allowing your senses to absorb the country you're going through. Whether in the villages, it's people watching, or actually talking to people, or simply communing with oneself. Communing with oneself alone, in the pastures and the hills and the trees. and your only companion every day, all the time, even during the night, is the bird, the lark. And in the distance, a logger with a chainsaw, as I can hear right now, but perhaps you can't hear it. I can hear it. You know, I can't say I feel happy, but I do feel a little bit content. If you like the video, please like and subscribe, and consider giving some money to my fundraising in aid to tackling homelessness with the charity St. Mungo's, and there are other social media platforms down below like Instagram, Substack, and I have a Patreon as well. So come back next time for another little yomp in France.